D-Ski from D-Ski Grills back with another cooking video. And today we're going surf and turf style. We're going to do a stuffed seafood tri-tip on the barbecue grill. So let me show you some of the ingredients we'll be using today. There will be a couple steps that we have to do. One thing is we'll start on our stuffing part of the surf and turf by using the following ingredients. We'll use crawfish tails, salad-sized shrimp, baby bella mushrooms, baby spinach, butter, onion, jalapeno pepper, and I'm thinking to cut up some tri peppers also and do all that as part of the stuffing inside of the tri-tip. So as far as the tri-tip goes, we have a 2.5 pound tri-tip that I have. This is beautiful. I bought it from HEB. So this one is ready to go. What we're going to do is fillet this for the most part. We're going to cut it right down the middle. I'm going to open it up and I'll show you how we're going to do that. I'm going to tenderize it and then season the inside. So that's what we're going to do while we work on our seafood portion that's going to go inside of this tri-tip. I also brought some butcher twine that we're going to wrap it up with before we put it on the grill. And what we're going to season it with is going to be the Wow Your Cow, the Slabs beef rub. Now I've done this and I've used this on another video. This was awesome. The taste is unreal. So I want to give it a shot on this stuffed tri-tip. So as always, I'll take you down to the cutting board, show you exactly what we're going to do. We'll head out to the grill. We'll do what we always do, okay? So thanks as always for joining me and let's get cooking. Okay, YouTube, let's cut some veggies. So what I'm doing now is cutting one whole jalapeno. I'm going to pit it. I'm going to go ahead and get all the seeds and everything out of it. You can see also to the right of the screen we have a yellow bell pepper that we're going to dice as well as an onion. Now I won't use the whole onion, I'll use about half of it. Okay, so that's all we're going to do right now, and then we'll add some mushrooms that I'll wash and clean, and that will be the veggie portion besides baby spinach that will be added as well, and you'll see that later in the video. So all I'm going to do now is get this chopped up. I'll let you check that out. We'll speed this up a little bit and let you listen to some music. I'll see you guys in a bit, and next thing we'll do is talk about some of the seafood we're going to add. Okay, YouTube, more ingredients for our seafood stuffing. So what you see is the bowl of salad shrimp. What we're also going to add to this awesome mixture is going to be crawfish tails. So those are our crawfish tails, about a pound of crawfish tails. And last but not least, we're going to add fresh spinach. So what we're going to do next is head to the stove and get this mixture going. See you at the stove. Okay, YouTube, let's make our seafood stuffing. As you can see, I added about a half a stick of butter. So that's what we're doing first, moving that around. Next thing, we're going to add our veggies. So there's our mushrooms, onions, bell pepper, yellow bell pepper, and jalapeno pepper. So that's what we're adding to our mixture next. Now we just want that to start getting translucent. That is the plan behind that. So I'm just scooping all that in. And the next thing we're going to do is add our seasoning. That is the Suzy Q's, salt, pepper, garlic, and parsley. So I'm going to shake that on. That's going to be the seasoning for our stuffing mixture. Okay, so after that, what we're going to do is add the crawfish tails. So those are Bernard's crawfish tails. I get them out of the frozen section. So that's about 12 ounces to a pound of crawfish tails. All right. Now, last but not least, we're going to add our awesome salad shrimp. So we're going to pour that into the mixture. And then it's just a matter of getting this stuff all stirred in and let it start cooking. So let's finish this up with a big thumbs up. And next thing we'll do is check on this in about 5 minutes. Okay, YouTube, 5 minutes later. I sped it up a little bit, but all we've done is let it cook down and start to get soft. That's all we want. Not mushy, but just a little soft. Because remember, we're going to put this on the grill. It's going to cook inside of our awesome tri-tip. I'm adding some red pepper flakes to add a little bit of heat, but ultimately, this is done. Our stuffing is ready. I'm going to let it sit to the side. And then I'll take you to the cutting board and show you how we're going to fix up this tri-tip to get it ready for all these awesome surf ingredients to go inside. So again, surf and turf tri-tip. I am excited about making this. Stay with me. I'll show you what the next step. We'll get the tri-tip prepped. Okay, YouTube, let's trim some fat. So that's exactly what I'm doing. On the fat cap of this tri-tip, I'm just taking down some of the additional fat on top. We don't need it all. Now, a lot of it will render, but there is some stubborn type fat I want to bring down to a level to where it just comes down and does more of the internal seasoning of the meat, and not to where I have these big chunks of fat when we're done cooking this beautiful tri-tip. So that's what you see me doing. I'm getting a nice portion of the fat off. Again, you cannot remove it all. You need some of that stuff. It's moisture, it's seasoning, it's a self-basting type thing that just makes your meats wonderful. So never lose all the fat, but trim the fat. See you in a minute. Okay, YouTube, time to fillet our tri-tip. So what I'm doing is I am cutting down the middle of the tri-tip and then just gently taking small incisions. Now what I want to do is make sure I don't cut through the back. So this is a process where you take your time and just do small slices. As you do that, you'll start forming a pocket. So that's what we want. We want a nice pocket that's not cut through the back. And from there, you'll be able to put all of your awesome stuffing inside of it. So that's what I'm showing you. Slowly but surely, we're building a bigger and bigger pocket. And then I'll turn it to you and let you see the size that we have. It's an awesome, nice size to be able to get all of our stuffing inside. So what we'll do after this is tenderize the inside of the tri-tip, and we will season it. After that, it'll be time to add our awesome stuffing. Stay with me, guys. Okay, YouTube, time to tenderize and season. So I brought my tenderizing mallet, and all I'm doing now is actually beating the inside of the pocket. So what I want to do is make sure this thing cooks tender and succulent through and through. So that's what I'm doing. So I did that one side. I'm flipping it over and beating the other side. As you can see, that knife is trying to attack me. So I'm going to grab it in a minute and throw it to the side. All right, we'll continue this on. And then from here, we'll go ahead and start the seasoning process. So we've got it tenderized. Now it's time to season. So here's our Wow Your Cow seasoning, the slabs beef rub. This stuff is great. I'm telling you, I've tried this on all things beef, and it is amazing. I'll put a link in the description so you can check it out. So all I'm doing is going very generously with this seasoning. I want to make sure the inside is seasoned and cooking well with all of those stuffing ingredients, the seafood that we put together. So we'll fold it over. Next thing we'll do is start stuffing this baby. Stay tuned. Okay, YouTube, it is time to truss and stuff. So what I'm doing now is cutting some strips of butcher twine, and I lay that down first on the cutting board, and after that is when we add our tri-tip. Now the reason I do that so I don't have to raise the tri-tip up later, of course. So we're going to put some strands out, then we'll lay our tri-tip right on top, and then it'll be time to start stuffing all of our awesome ingredients. So I'm going to play some music, but what we're going to start with is the spinach, and then we'll go with our stuffing mixture. From there, you'll watch me just tie up this awesome tri-tip. After we get it tied up, we're going to season the outside of it with more of the Wow Your Cow on both sides. Then it's time to take it to the grill. So stay with me. This is going to be really interesting. I really want you to check this out. Okay, YouTube, let's check out the grill setup. So I have the slow and sear on the left and the drip and girdle pan with foil on that side on the right. So what we're going to do is get a hot temperature. I want to get up to close to 400 degrees. First I want to do is sear this baby. So what I'm adding now is my custom grill grate. So that's my D-Ski grills from the burn shop. Love this grill grate. It is stainless steel. The idea is to sear this baby on the left side. We'll get sear marks on both sides, and then we will move it to the indirect. So I'll show you that next. So I have the grill closed. It's going to get up to 500 in just a second. Okay, we're at about 470 degrees, and now it is time to add our awesome tri-tip. So again, we're going to sear first. So we'll go on the left side, and that's why that awesome device is called the slow and sear. So we're going to sear on one side of the tri-tip, flip it over, sear it on the other side, then we'll go indirect, bring the temperatures down, and start a low and slow, if you will, until we get up to our internal temperature. Okay, YouTube, time to flip. So what we're going to do is just flip it to the other side, let it get sear marks on the opposite side, then we're going to move it indirect. So you can see we have a beautiful char, nice smoke and grilled flavors infused to the outside of this tri-tip while it continues to cook internally. So that's what we're going to do. So next thing you'll see is me moving it to the indirect side. All right, YouTube, let's finish indirect. So now I'm going to cut down my dampers. The temperature is up to 450 degrees. We're going to choke down the dampers. Let this baby cook indirect For about 45 minutes, around 225 to 250 degrees. So that's what you'll see next. I'm going to move it over, then we'll get the lid closed, and I'll start playing with my dampers until I reduce that temperature down. I'll see you guys in about 45 minutes where we'll do some internal checks. Okay, YouTube, 45 minutes later. Now it's time to check our internal temps. I probe this with my thermal pen. That's what I use for internal temps. As you can see, I'm at 160 degrees. That's a little bit more than what I wanted. I wanted to pull it off at around 150. That's a perfect medium well for me. So now we're pushing up on the closer to the well done. Now my family loves well done. Me, I'm a medium well guy. But regardless, this thing is going to be amazing. There's a big thumbs up. So I'll meet you at the cutting board. We'll slice into this baby and see how our finished product turned out. Thanks for joining me. Meet you at the cutting board. Okay, YouTube, let's check out our final product. So I'm going to cut into this beautiful stuffed tri-tip. If you remember, this baby is stuffed with crawfish. It is stuffed with shrimp. It has mushrooms, spinach, bell pepper, onion, all these awesome ingredients that make the perfect surf and turf tri-tip. I hope you enjoyed this video. You can see the juices flowing on the cutting board. This baby is done right. So if you like what we're doing, please subscribe to my channel. Let others know what D-Ski Grills is up to. And as always, at D-Ski Grills, grilling is not a pastime, it's a passion. Make sure to try out this surf and turf recipe. You won't be sorry. As you can see, this thing is succulent. So I will finish with the big thumbs up, show you the juices coming out of this tri-tip one more time, and then, hey, as always, enjoy the rest of your day, YouTube. Take care.